Oh, well, hello and welcome back. A massive thank you for coming back, by the way. I was mesmerised by that, which of course is the view. I'll show you in a moment. Curious to know about the weather. Terrible weather in Cyprus at the moment, in Paphos in particular. Temperatures have plummeted. Winds gusting. Days are getting shorter. Obviously, we're coming towards the end of October, and it's a pretty dismal place, to be honest. Hold on a minute, what am I talking about? No, sorry, I'm talking about some of the northern European countries. I'm talking about the UK as we enter into those dark, chilly nights, shall we say. Around the corner, of course, is the thing of changing the clocks. Yes, we are rapidly approaching the end of October. The sun is shining. The temperature, it has plummeted. It's only 25 degrees. And I think in a couple of days, I'm going to have to go and get a long sleeve t-shirt. Yes, and perhaps I may have to put on a pair of socks as well. Do you want to see the view? Yeah, you fancy it? Okay, let's have a quick look at it then. That is my view. And that's what is mesmerising about Cyprus. Paphos in particular. Many people come here on a holiday. And many of those people then choose to make this place their home for life. Yes. Some of those people are in their 30s, some of those people are in their 40s, and of course some of those people are retiring. And look, right on cue, there is a big bird from Ryanair flying into Paphos International Airport. And you never know, you may be on that little aeroplane, and maybe you're coming here to start your new adventure. The channel is all about promoting Paphos and of course Cyprus, and it's all about helping and guiding you guys if you would like to come and live here. And I understand a lot of people would like to live here. The problem is, a lot of those people never will. And I don't mean that as an insult, but a lot of people watching dream of doing something, say that they're going to do something, and unfortunately, they never do. And then later on in their life, they look back and they say, what if? Well, what if? Yes, what if? Do you want to be one of those people that looks back when they are coming to that final door, shall we say, and think, I wonder what it would have been like if I'd have gone to live in Cyprus? I wonder. Yeah. A lot of people look back with regret, don't they? And a lot of people will always say that, you know, if only I could have done that, but I couldn't. But that's not true, because most people can do whatever they want. They just choose not to. Or they listen to the people around them, and they don't want you to. So therefore you don't. You stay in the comfort of what you know, even though it may be terrible and the weather might be awful, and perhaps you hate your job, you hate where you live, but you will continue to stay there because you feel comfortable and you feel safe. The point of this video is to try and get through to many people that you can break away from that safety net and reinvent your life, and perhaps come and live somewhere like Paphos and start that new life. Now, it may not go right. It may not be what you think it's going to be. If that's the case, you can get back on an aeroplane and go back to your old life, or perhaps go forward and start another life again. And it doesn't cost that much money. People think that it does. It doesn't. Now, obviously, I am not talking to people with young children. You've got to make sure that your children are safe. You've got to make sure that perhaps your children have gone off on their journey. So the majority of people that I'm talking to will be in their 40s, their 50s, and of course into their 60s. Remember, And I don't like to say this, but unfortunately, time is against us. We may believe that we have 10, 20, 30, 40 years, depending on where we are in our chain of life. But all of it can be gone in a flash. So if you are thinking about relocating to a foreign land, not necessarily Cyprus, it could be Spain, it could be Portugal, it could be the States, it could be Australia. What is stopping you from doing it? Ask yourself the question. If you've dreamt about it, you've thought about it, and let's say you've got enough money. Now, I don't mean that you're rich, but you've got enough money. Your pensions have kicked in if you're retired. Perhaps if you're still of working age, you earn your money remotely. Perhaps you work offshore and your income is enough. And the crazy thing is that if you relocate from, let's say, the UK to Cyprus or to Portugal or to Spain, you will find that your money goes further. And on top of that, you will get to, it's getting quite hot actually now, get to sit in the sun. Even though I am undercover, my arms are getting quite warm. Yeah. So that's something that's probably not going to happen if you are in a northern European country or if you're in the UK. It's probably a little bit windy, it's a little bit dark, it's a little bit dull, and you're probably a little bit depressed. So ask yourself the question, what is stopping you from coming to live in Cyprus? Paphos in particular, fabulous, fabulous place. And many people are choosing to come here because they understand some of the advantage of living on a Mediterranean island. They get to live the dream, they get to live the Mediterranean lifestyle. Now, if you want to eat fish and chips every day, you can. But if you want to eat that Greek salad, you can. If you want to walk along the shoreline pretty much every single day of the year, you can. If you want to go for a swim in the Mediterranean Sea or in a swimming pool, you can. The cost of living is around about 25% across the board lower than most Northern European countries and of course the UK. That's a huge advantage. The tax regime is very, very beneficial to the majority of people that decide to relocate to Cyprus. Whether you are on a pension, whether your income is from dividends, from savings, or whether you work remotely. Start to check it out. And if you want more help and advice, why not get in contact with myself, Mr. Paul, and of course Marika, and we can hold your hand and guide you while you make the transition from, let's say, the UK to Cyprus. It's easy, but it's not that easy. Remember, you are coming to a foreign country. Some of the customs are different. Businesses close and open at different times, obviously different bank holidays. Not a lot goes on a weekend. So most people that relocate choose to have somebody to help them and somebody to hold their hand. Very, very fast, very, very quickly, you will be able to do everything yourself. But when you first relocate to a country, whether it be Cyprus, Spain, Portugal, America, there's more people flying in, by the way. Ryanair is having a very, very good day today. You never know, you could be on that plane. They choose the help and the assistance of a relocation specialist. Someone who has got their feet on the ground, someone that knows the property rental market, somebody that knows the area. I picture a scenario. We can all go on the internet and we can all look for that perfect rental villa, and we find it. And we're talking about it. Look at this is absolutely amazing. This 3-bedroom villa, the pool is to die for. The views are spectacular. And it's only X amount. And then there's the address. And it doesn't mean a lot to you. I mean, you're thinking, well, I'll come and live in Paphos and I'll go and rent that villa. And maybe you will. But when you arrive, you understand that that villa is in Argaka, on the other side of Paphos. Now, there's nothing wrong with Argaka, there's nothing wrong with Polis, but if you want to be close to Ketopaphos, to central Paphos, it's a 45-minute drive each way. So that perfect villa that you spotted on the internet probably is not that perfect villa for you. This is where relocation people get involved. You might send that property to us, and I would send you my assessment of that property and explain to you where it is and how far it is away from, let's say, Paphos Airport. Now, you might decide, you know what, that's fine. That's the perfect rental property for me, certainly for the next 12 months or so. Or you might go, oh, shock, horror. I never realised it was 45 minutes from Paphos and an hour from Paphos International Airport. Could you find me somewhere a little bit closer? Correct. This is the advantage of hooking up with a relocation specialist, someone who knows the ground, someone who knows how to do what needs to be done. For example, when you want to change the bills on that property into your name, which you have to do in order to go through immigration. How do you do it? Well, one might think, like you can in many Northern European countries and the UK, you can do it on the internet, but you can't do it on the internet in Cyprus. You physically have to go into the office and you physically have to have various bits of paperwork and authorization from the owner of that property to change that electricity from the previous tenant or the owner into your name. Now, you can go and do that yourself, and it will take you 2 to 3 visits and a little bit of frustration and a cost because of all the toing and the fromming. So why not engage a relocation specialist, someone who will do that for you and take away all of the stress, and you will just know that it has been done. It's the same when you go through the immigration process. Now, I've never said that you can't do it yourself, because you can. The problem is, where do you go and how do you do it and how do you get processed? Now, that's where you engage someone who's involved with immigration, someone who's a specialist in doing it for you. They do the paperwork for you, you just answer the questions. It's very, very simple, and it makes your life much, much easier and no stress. And you pay a little bit of money for it. But that's the way the world works, isn't it? So the majority of people that come to live in a foreign country, in this case Cyprus, and of course in this scenario we're in Paphos, choose to engage someone like ourselves, M&M Relocation Services, and they make contact with us via the website, marikaandme.com. They send us an email, relocatetopaphos@gmail.com. They call me up or they WhatsApp me, and we schedule a WhatsApp call. And we get to know each other a little bit better, and we get to understand, what do you want? Because everybody's wants are different. Everyone's circumstances are different. Some people want to reside in a 1-bedroom apartment. Some people want a 3-bedroom villa. Some people want that isolated villa all the way out in Argaka, and some people want that villa literally as close to Paphos and the airport as possible. Do you know the district that sits between Paphos and Paphos Airport? Maybe you do, because you've been here once or twice, or maybe you don't. But I promise you, it is not Argaka. Get onto Google Maps and hunt it down, and let's see if you can drop it into the comments. So, the idea of these little videos is to help you, show you, and guide you if you're thinking about coming to live in Paphos. And I want to say a huge thank you for watching, and a huge thank you for hitting the thumbs up, and a huge thank you for subscribing to the channel. It is very, very much appreciated. Please don't forget to keep on coming back, and please don't forget to keep hitting those likes. It doesn't cost you a single penny. Subscribing again doesn't cost you a penny. Just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen, and perhaps they should recommend this little channel to more like-minded people like yourself. Who's this? Ryanair again. Maybe they're just circling, who knows? But that's 3 Ryanair flights that are jetting into Paphos International Airport, and it is only 12 noon. I think we're going to have a very, very busy day today with people, whether they're coming on holiday or whether they are moving here for a longer period in their life. You could be one of them. All you've got to do is keep tuning in to the little channel known as Marika and Me. Ask a question or two, and I'll do my very, very best to give you that answer. Slowly but surely, you will learn everything that you need to know about relocating to Paphos, the costs involved, the kind of properties that you can rent, how you change the bills, how you go through immigration, some of the places that you might want to hang out at, like this place, Mandrea Beach, where you can go for that morning walk. It's all on the little channel known as Marika and Me. Let's go for a little quick walk down to that blue Mediterranean Sea. Fabulous day, as I've said. Temperature around about 25 degrees. We're rapidly coming to the end of October. The clocks will go back, so we'll lose a little bit of light. It'll go that little bit chillier, but don't worry. Day after day, there are always people walking along the beachfront in Cyprus. That's because the temperatures are very, very low indeed. And of course, people like to get out and about. And if you lived on the island of love, why wouldn't you? Feast your eyes and digest the beauty and of course the spectacality of that blue Mediterranean Sea on a fabulous day in October. All that's missing is you. So I think Ryanair would like to fly you in, shall we say. Thanks very much for watching. I've enjoyed your company. Hopefully you have enjoyed my company, and hopefully you'll keep coming back for more and more.